Hello everyone, it's Oscar, and today I wanted to do something a little different. I'm playing Elden Ring, and I'm going to be doing a Soul Level 1, which is pretty much I can't level up in the whole game, and yeah, it's going to be hard, like really, really hard, but let's just do it. So obviously, to do this, we need to pick the Wretch. The Wretch is level 1 and has 10 in every stat. And yeah, they start off with a single club. And obviously we can customize our character. I've already gone and done that though. For our keepsake, we're going to be taking the golden seed. By the way, this is going to be nothing like what a normal playthrough of Elden Ring is. I'm going to be probably cutting a lot of corners to make this easier. Anyways, I decided to really encapsulate the run. I made a character. Load favorites, sorry. Here he is. Mwah. Gigachad. As masculine as ever. And for our name, we're obviously going to be Gigachad. I would have used this for like a big beefy strength build, but we have a plan. We have a plan. Sit through the opening cutscene just in case. For those who have obviously never played the game, I'm guessing most people who are watching my channel.
The fallen leaves
Unless you're Liam.
tell a story.
I'm looking at you, Liam. Anyways. This game is very, very good.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
And if you enjoyed this,
And
make
the
sure to like,
Lord of the Black
because I'm going to
Knights,
need some motivation to get this done.
Odin the Golden,
Probably going to be the hardest thing I've done in this
was
game.
first to perish.
But hey, you need a little bit of challenge.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
Very pleasant image. I love seeing that.
A war from which no lord arose.
There he is.
War
Gigachad Radon.
leading to abandonment
He's going to be our role
by a
model.
greater will.
If only we could use his swords and stuff, but you know, Soul Level 1, we can't use anything pretty much.
Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands.
Oralu, chieftain of the Badlands.
They have a brilliant gold mask.
Gold mask. Fear, the deathbed companion.
Hey, Dung Eater!
Some dung eater.
The best character.
And Sir Gideon Ofnir. The all-knowing.
Number 1 op. He'll be going down this run.
grace would again bless,
That's me.
a tarnished of no renown.
Up we get.
Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Hey, here we are. Get used to these stats. These are gonna be low. This is gonna be the only thing you see pretty much. And yeah. So those stats are gonna be the only thing we can use for this run. Unless we use something along the lines of like Godric's Great Rune and physic boosting, but I'm not really into that sort of stuff, so I'm going to be instead using a katana, which it's possible for us to wield if we get a certain talisman pretty early. I'm very used to the early game. I'll get rid of this. So for those who haven't played the game here, the moment you leave this place and enter the arenas, first off, good luck, seek revenge. And in comes the Grafted Scion, the first boss of the game. Now, he's actually a mandatory loss, but I'm going to see how long I can go for. Oh, shit. Oh, and there we go. Dead already. Speaking of damage, after we get past, like, some of the like, probably the fourth last boss of the game, from that boss and beyond, every boss is pretty much going to be a one-shot. Most enemies are also going to be a one-shot as well, so it's going to be one tedious playthrough. But hey, so in comes the horse, Torrent. We're going to be able to ride on him.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
And that's our maiden, Melina.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Unfortunately for her, we will not be doing much leveling up this playthrough. So she's kind of pointless. But hey, that's okay. She's there for moral support. So I'm going to... For this playthrough, I am thinking about doing all the really challenging bosses. Like, they're called shard bearers in this game. And... Look, I'm thinking about doing them. I'm definitely doing every mandatory boss. And I'm probably going to do all shard bearers, so it's going to be hard. And these two fast flasks that we just got now are healing flasks, so... Save us some time. Once I rest at this grace, I'm just going to cut to when we open up the door. And get us out of here. So, yep. Finger severer, and I'll cut when we get to the door. And now, here we are in Limgrave, the beginning of our open world. As you can see up there's the Erd Tree, and of course we have to talk to Mr. Vare.
Yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Yep.
Guidance,
He loves to call
without
you
the
that.
strength of
Don't
rules,
need a maiden, though.
without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Nah. I'll be alright, Vare.
Luckily for you, how me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction. That, it will lead you even if it...
Alright, Vare. I don't want to really talk to you much longer, but basically our goal now would be to head up there to that castle. Oh. So now we're going to have to be careful, because many things on a usual playthrough that would be totally fine to do are now not. So first thing we need to do is get our weapon of choice for the run. Maybe also our talisman. So that's going to be what we do for episode 1. So there might not be much fighting for this first episode, but hey, it's okay. Sites of Grace, we can travel to these things, and this is the map.
You're a tarnished. I can see it, but I can also that you're not after my throat. Then why not? I am Kale.
So this guy's name here is Kale, and we'll be coming back later to grab the crafting kit. That's pretty useful. And right here are our first smithing stones. Smithing stone 1, which we're going to need to upgrade our weapons. So, until we get to the round table hold, this will be the only place where we can. So now, let's continue on to get our horse. Oh. So this club is not an awful weapon, but it's not good, really. As you can imagine. It's a 4-hit on basic enemies. But hey. We have a weapon. We should be grateful for that.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog.
Here she is.
I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Summon me. I bequeath.
She gave us the torrent ring. The dialogue ain't really going to matter this playthrough because, like,
Use it. It will summon Torrent. Has to treat him with.
I can't really level up with her because, you know, level 1. So, she doesn't matter, but what we just got then does matter. The spectral steed whistle. I can't speak English. But hey, we have horse now. The horse can double jump. Alright, so first of all, get the map. Now this map is going to allow us to obviously see where we are, which is useful. And now we have a destination to head to. That being right here. The death-touched catacombs to get our weapon of choice for this run. which is the Uchigatana. Come up here. Rest at this grace. And we will be heading there. I can actually add another charge to my flask, which is cool. But for now, I'm actually going to quickly fast travel back to the Church of Ella to meet up with someone else and get another very significant, important item.
Shrena, I'd
Oh,
heard tell of a
Renna.
tarnished floating about atop, and upon looking at the talk, I surmise thou art possessed of the power to call forth the spectral steed.
Yes, I can.
I was entrusted by Torrent's
Let me get the Spectral Calling Bell and the Lone Wolf
Tis a
Ashes.
bell for callers summon them with it. The spirits will obey. Now it is thine.
So this is a gimmick in the game. You can summon spirits, which are pretty much allies to help you in fights. Most people don't use them in challenge runs, but I'm still deciding whether I will or not. I will only use spirit summons if I am like extremely stuck, but I reckon I'm gonna go without this playthrough. Besides, I really want to struggle. But if I have to use spirit summons, I will not be using the Mimic tier, which is just a clone of yourself. Alright. So now, we will be heading to the Death Catacombs. I'll see you guys there. And here we are, at the Death Touch Catacombs. Just took a ride straight from the Stormhill Shack over here to the Death Touched Catacombs. So now, we're going to be looking for the weapon known as Uchigatana. It's a katana that you actually start with using the samurai class, but we don't because we are the wretch. Beat up the skeletons. Thing about skeletons, you always got to make sure hit them again. Don't you follow. Now we have to head down this way, avoiding most enemies because honestly, who wants to fight them? And pull this switch. That was very close. Now, unfortunately for me, I've actually forgotten where to go. Oh, grab this. Bam. There we go. Uchigatana. So as you can see, we are currently not actually doing too bad when it comes to damage. We can tank good hits. Very, very good hits. And now we run all the way back here. Rest at this grace. And there we go. We've got it. But the problem is we need 15 dexterity and 11 strength, which we don't have. We can't level it up. So how? How are we going to get this? It's simple and not as hard as you might think it would be. All we need to do is go to a very nasty place called Caelid. So I'm going to cut to where we need to get to. See you guys there. And now we've arrived at our next destination, the Third Church of Marika. Pick up another pretty important item for this playthrough, the Wondrous Physic. You can get upgrades for that physic that lets you could say, get more value. Different things. So that's a sacred tier, and sacred tiers allow you to increase how much you get from flasks, which is pretty good. But that's not why we're really here, just for the sacred tiers. We're actually here for a secret that this area holds. And it is a very, 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 very good secret. Secret that has saved me and many other players a lot of time, and it resides over here, hidden away. It's a portal. And this portal takes you to what would have been funny in a couple months ago. Elden Ring, Ohio, pretty much. Welcome to Grayl's Dragon Barrow, which is located in Caelid. And when I tell you this place is mean, it's mean. First of all, let's grab a site of grace in case the worst happens and we kick the bucket. Over there is Grank. Over there is Grank, the beast clergyman. And when I tell you he's mean later on, he's mean later on. So anyways, Caelid is level 1's worst nightmare. You don't want to be here. Most enemies here will probably one-shot you because you're really not supposed to be here this early. The portals are all just elaborate plays to make you go to places that you really shouldn't be. Run over here. Grab this side of grace and rest at it. Here comes Melina.
Forgive me to determine if you
And
have
she's going to ask us
Torrent,
if we want to go to the
as
round
I
table
may.
hold.
There is but I can take gathering place. Very well. Let my hand
So we're going to go to the round table hold. And we're probably actually going to end it off there, if I'm being honest. It's good. It's a good little ending off place. Really know what I'm doing. So here is Corin.
Incantate and explore the secrets of the so that one day, if it ensuring order. By the way,
He's cool.
you do
I do see the guidance of grace.
most tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare well.
I would love to learn them, but unfortunately, I can't use them. This is D.
I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. Those who live in death should be left well alone. All the more should you spy a mariner among their number, unless you wish to lay down your life in vain.
Sure. Another one that I'll introduce you before we end it off to here is Old Man Sir Gideon Ofnir. You'll probably remember him from the start.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time a new tarnished made their way to the round table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard. Allow me a word of advice. As your senior, you are a mere visitor to the round table. Nothing more. A house guest. Remember your
So Gideon is not going to like us until we kill a demigod. It was way later on. And the round table hold is pretty much your hub. So you can see if we come over here, you can talk to Master Hugh, who will smith weapons and upgrade them for us.
No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arm.
So we're going to need to use the... Let's see, we would use the Gigachad right now, but we don't have enough. But next episode we're going to grab a talisman known as the Radagon Saw Seal, which I already explained what it did earlier on. And with that, we're going to end it off here. I hope that you guys were able to bear through this mess of a first episode. I'm going to try and get better. And yeah, just good luck for this run in general, because I'm going to need it. So like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you enjoyed. Don't bother disliking. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.